everybody. Hello, welcome to Families Online, everyone. Great to see you today. I'm going to take my silly scarf off. Did they get you? I'm in a bright orange t-shirt today. I wonder if you've got any bright clothes at home. It might be bright orange like this. It might be bright yellow or blue or pink. Go and find it. Go and put it on perhaps. Because in just a few moments, I'm going to explain our challenge for today. Today, we're going to be looking at our big question. How do I pray? How do we pray? How do you pray? We're going to be exploring prayer. Jess is going to explain in just a few minutes what it is we can begin to think about as we consider this big question. But before we get there, before we get to our challenge, in fact, I'd love for you to share what it is you are thankful for in the chat. Over there, have a think. You've got some bit of time now to have a think and then type it into the chat so we can tell one another what we are so thankful for. Off you go. Thanks everyone for sharing what you're thankful for. You might be wondering why I'm lying on the floor. Well, it's to do with our challenge. Today, the challenge is to do with planking. How long can you plank for? If you don't know what planking is, it is simple. It is this. You put your arms on the floor like so. You stretch your legs out as far as you can behind you. And on the count of go, you lift your body off of the floor, and you've got to see how long you can hold it for. Jess, I'm going to hand over to you as you explain how do we pray, our big question for the week, and I'll see if I can still be holding this at the end of your little talk. Over to you, Jess.
Thanks, Danny. Wow, do you think he's going to manage to plank for the whole time that I'm talking? We'll check back at the end to see how he does. But for now, I want to share with you about how we pray. I'm sure it's something we all do at times. Maybe you pray before you have dinner, or before you go to bed, or in the morning when you wake up. It's something we probably all do at times. And in its simplest form, prayer is just a conversation with God. It's a chat with God about how we're doing. But we can sometimes see people pray really long prayers with really long confusing words, and it can make us feel like we have to say things in a certain order or a certain way for God to hear us. But when Jesus told his friends how to pray, he told them a way to pray that was short and simple and really easy to do. And that's how we can pray as well. We can think of it as a conversation with a friend. When we talk to our friends, we probably say hi. We might tell them about our day. We might tell them what's been hard, what's been fun. We would probably say thank you to them if they did something really nice for us. We might have to say sorry if we've done something mean. And we might have to ask them for help occasionally. And all those things are ways that we can talk to God as well. We can be honest and we can tell him how our day's been because he is our friend and he wants to hear us. But prayer isn't just about us talking to God, but also about God talking to us. And we can all hear from God. It's not just certain people, but God speaks to every single person in different ways. But we need to learn to listen to be able to hear him. It's a bit like, at the moment I've found, when you're talking to your friends on Zoom or on a phone call, and if you talk all the time, it's impossible impossible to hear what your friends are saying. And it's the same with prayer. We need to give space to listen to God so that we can hear him and begin to recognise his voice. We probably have lots of things that pop into our heads when we pray. And so sometimes it's quite hard to know if those thoughts are God speaking to us or whether they're actually just like the cheesy pizza we ate last night. But the way that we can know the difference is by learning to recognise God's voice. And I have a few clips of different voices that I want to see if you can recognise as an example of this. So we're going to hear a really short bit from someone famous, and I want you to pop in the chat who you think that voice is. Okay, we've got 3 to do, so here's the first one. Have a listen.
My own personal flurry!
Who do you think that is? Pop it in the chat. Who is it? Drum roll. That first one was Olaf. Who got that right? Very good if you did. Okay, should we listen to the second one? Have a little listen.
I don't know.
Okay, pop in the chat. Who do you think that one was? Well done if you got that. It's Dory. And we've got one more. Have a listen to this one.
It's a beautiful day.
Any ideas who that is? Well, if you got this one right, give yourself a pat on the back. That one was Anne. Amazing. So the people that we hear lots from are the people we begin to recognise the voice of. You've probably watched Disney movies a lot and so recognise their voices. And it's the same with God. The more time we spend listening to him and asking him what he's saying, the easier it will be to hear from him. So I'm going to pray to finish, and what I'm going to do is say a prayer and I'll leave little gaps for you to fill in with what you want to say for that. Okay, so get comfortable and we'll pray. Jesus, thank you that when we pray we can talk to you because you are our friend. Thank you that you hear us and that you speak to us. Thank you that we can come to you with whatever is going on in our lives. And this week, something that has been really fun has been but God, something that I've struggled with this week is God, I'm sorry for when I've done stuff wrong, when I've been selfish or unkind. But thank you that you forgive me and that you want to be my friend. God, I pray for each of us this week that we would be able to give space to hear from you. And would you speak to us and help us to learn to hear your voice and to recognise it. Amen. Fantastic, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Do click watch up there or down there to join us on the main church service. Do check out the resources at stbs.org.uk/families online. But before we disappear, let's check in with Danny to see how he got on.
Thanks, Jess. I'm still going. Is it nearly lunchtime yet? Have a great week, everyone.